Welcome to the podcast of Carpool, the version where you get to see all the bits that we didn't have time to fit into the broadcast version. Well, I'm parked here at Heathrow Airport waiting to pick up one of Ireland's finest comedians, Jason Byrne. Oh, and the old Irish jet set is on his way right now. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Very nice to
Jason.
meet you. Hi.
Good
Do you
to
want to
meet you.
just check your bags in the back? Brilliant.
There we go.
Yeah, very neat travelling
I am,
luggage. Very
like
good.
George Clooney and up in the air. Let's go.
There you
Oh,
go.
yes.
Great. So
Nice.
good flight and everything?
Yes.
All right. Oh, good.
It was very, well, is it enjoyable? You know, yeah.
Yeah, not terribly ever.
Well,
is it?
I do have my systems.
Now, my first main worry is actually getting out of Heathrow. Because you're BBCing, aren't you? But not, are you there going there now?
Well, first of all, we could always, see, I love doing this. I love backtracking in my very busy week.
No, do.
And I like to backtrack in my busy week because I think that maybe somebody might give a shit. Because I can't find anybody that gives a shit because everybody I meet is as busy as I am.
Yeah.
Or it's my wife who has to mind 2 young children while I'm gone.
Yes.
So there's nobody to go, oh my God, that's so terrible. Are you okay?
I will be fully sympathetic.
I thought maybe when I arrived here, I might have got wrapped in one of those tinfoil things.
Yeah. After
You know-
a big marathon,
Yeah.
with some genuine sympathy.
Yeah, so where I'm going now is, because I'm doing a show for BBC Radio 2, and it's sketches and stand-up, and the show is themed, and today we have to rehearse our sketches,
Right.
and I have to get my stand-up in order, and then tomorrow, which is Friday, we record the show.
Wow.
Then I exit London, get in a car and drive 4 hours to the north of Ireland to do a gig in Donegal. I don't know why I want to really kill people that say, but it's nice to be busy.
Yes.
It's not always nice to be busy.
No, occasionally it's nice to have. Yeah, I mean it is very difficult, isn't it? Because I've had that thing where I've done a very similar thing. Arrived at a party
Yeah,
with loads of old mates, very late,
yeah.
really tired, been on set all day since 6 in the morning till 11 at night. You know, really kind of and feeling absolutely wasted and grotty and not in the mood for a party. But I promised I go. And I go in the kitchen and there was one bit of celery and a bit of old dried baguette left. There was no food. I'm really hungry. They've all eaten it. They're all drunk, and I go, "Oh, that's such a tough day." And I'm standing in a kitchen with 8 unemployed actors.
Loving it.
Yeah, who are not impressed that I'm so busy.
Was that a party you were invited to?
Yeah,
My wife just gets terrified.
right.
Because I always start taking the piss out of people. You know, she goes, "Don't let them talk about what they do, because nobody wants to know about what you do.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's brilliant. We all know you're a stand-up, and it's so unusual." So it's very difficult, you know, because I have to listen to maybe somebody talking about piping and plumbing.
Yeah,
But I quite enjoy that now and again, though.
yeah. I don't mind a bit of that. Yeah, I'll always try and steer the conversation onto plumbing. I'm fascinated by plumbing, pressures, pipe diameters. Fascinating stuff.
But I did engineering in school.
Oh, did you?
Did you do
Right.
anything like that?
Well, no. I barely went to school.
You barely went to school. Well,
I should have been. I was meant to be clever, but I didn't do school. But I didn't do school well. I wasn't good at school.
I was clever, all right, in school, but it was the usual. The teachers didn't really like children, so that was normally a
Yeah.
problem. Yeah. I remember my English teacher. We were doing Wuthering Heights. Every day we would just read from the book.
Right.
There wouldn't be any kind of
Oh, is it?
discussion. No.
Just read the book.
Yeah, I used to read the book, and there was always about 2 or 3 readers in the class.
Right.
I was one, of course, Mr. Showbiz.
Yeah.
And but we would I'd read the book, and then I would take about 4 or 5 pages as I turned it, and start a different
Right.
page. And he didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice that. That's
No.
probably not a very good sign, is it?
So he was the English one, and then we had our biology teacher who made us copy the from the book. So copy the pages from the book and draw
Right.
the diagrams in the book.
Wow.
And that was it. That's what we did. And then one day we kind of had suspicion that maybe he didn't know what he was doing when we were to dissect a pheasant, and he took it out of a fridge. But he did, you know, he's supposed to put it out overnight and thaw it out so you can dissect
Yeah.
it, right? So it was rock solid. So I was sent down to the engineering room to get a hacksaw while 2 other kids held the pheasant either side on the table in the science room as I hacksawed down the centre of it.
Wow.
And then the teacher tried to, you know, point at bits that you could, like,
But it was frozen right through. Then it was absolutely
frozen
solid.
right through. You couldn't. I mean, and this was our, you know, learning about biology. It's just a nightmare. I think that this show is going to give people false pretenses that the traffic in London moves.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it smooth so far? God, I've sat on this road for hours in the past.
There's a woman in a Mini. Do you have to be a certain look to be? You're not allowed to buy a Mini unless.
I think they won't sell it to you, yes, unless you can wear very big sunglasses.
She's not even looking. Look.
She did actually have a gawp at us at the last.
Oh, did she?
Light. She had a good old crane round. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cool to look.
No, now she knows it's not uncool because she saw me looking.
In Ireland, people will look at you and then look away. It's the same here. It's more or less the same culture, that kind of look. But unless you're sitting beside somebody, then they will talk to you.
Yes.
Which is the difference in this country.
Yeah.
So in London, I have been in a pub many times where the person beside you will be quite happy not looking.
Yeah.
Or talking to you. But in Ireland, you're literally, you're interviewed.
Yes.
You just sit there on your own. Somebody come over and just go, so tell me about yourself. Go, yeah, but you're a stranger. I know. But that's why the Irish are so funny, because they are always in a social situation.
Yeah.
The way they survived in other countries was with their mouths.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They were able to basically just, talk their ways into things.
Yes.
That's how they did it.
Yeah.
They go, I'm going to work in that building site. Do you have any building experience? No. But I have got some funny stories. Now, come on over here and we'll sit in that hut while you sign this and I'll tell you some funny stories. And then your man's going, oh, Paddy's so funny. He's great. He really is. All right, start tomorrow. And then he just starts being a plaster or something, just going, this is great.
Because it was also that thing of the kind of net immigration into Ireland of like thousands of Irish expats. I mean, there was people going back to Ireland. I remember reading which would have been 5-6 years ago.
They owned building companies in America, and they were illegally there.
Right.
And they had families, so then they brought their skills and their money back to Ireland.
Right.
Where they all started building.
Yeah.
In their own country. And now we have things called ghost estates, where there's like literally housing estates.
Is there really? Is there?
There's loads of housing estates with nobody living in them.
Wow.
Or unfortunately, there's about 3 families.
Right.
In a housing estate, hundreds of houses.
Wow.
But some man came out of a bank there a couple of months ago in Ireland.
Right.
And just told us all it was over.
He
went, the recession is now over.
He told you the recession was over?
Oh yeah, it's over now. And sorry about that. And if we'd all just get back to what we were doing there, thanks. It was brilliant. It's so funny the way the government have announced, and even like all over the world going, that's it. Like even Obama and all, we're back to recovery.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it. But I don't know how they decided that.
No, because you can, if you just didn't take any notice of the news, say you just managed to filter all news out of your life.
Yes.
And you just carried on working, sorry families, went to work. You could have gone through that whole last couple of years of massive financial meltdown. You wouldn't have known any. I mean, look, we're in the middle of a city that's full of trucks and cars and men in suits in posh cars, Yeah,
and there's a truck over there delivering
there's people
food.
walking past us with, like the exodus from Poland during the Nazi invasion with bags on trailers, with little children with no shoes. Okay, fair enough, something's happened.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Everybody's still going around filling up their marks, loads of petrol.
Yeah.
Just gone. Yeah, I know. It's just the panic that they put in.
Yeah.
Oh, I did get it taken from the airport because I did get collected by all sorts of strange people, including yourself, by a conspiracy theorist.
I love it.
And it's just the worst thing when that
drives
happens.
you bonkers.
Well, first of all, you could see him. He was all kind of jittery, and his eyes were blinking, and he was driving like this. So he was going, "You're right." He was trying to get me to ask him stuff, and he just went, "How's Ireland? How's Ireland doing?" I went, "Yeah, great." Go. No, really? I went, "Yeah." Is it? I don't think it is. I know he is. He goes, "Was there not a recession?" And I went, "Oh, there was a recession." He went, "Right, let me tell you about recession." And off he went. And he said that there's this group in the world
that's very good.
First of all, had killed Michael Jackson because he tried to get out of their group.
Right.
They also shaved Britney Spears' head and made her mad because she tried to get out of their group.
Right.
And they also caused a recession because they made the banks lend out all the money, so everybody would have to pay back high mortgages.
Right.
And that's his conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So
I like the fact that if you're a major international covert company, your 2 main targets, Michael Jackson and Britney Spears. Let's get there first, and then we'll sort out the mortgage.
That's what I said to him. I said, how is killing Michael Jackson an advantage to anybody? Do you know? I mean, we've seen assassinations in the past of history.
A president,
presidents that are running massive countries. That going, well, maybe that might be something. But taking out Michael Jackson.
I love the shaving Britney Spears.
Shaving Britney Spears and making her an alcoholic. By injecting her with some...
injected her with special alcoholicness.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the trouble is that there's probably, if he listed, say, 500 conspiracy theories, probably 2 are true. That's the other annoying thing, because some of them are, I mean...
Well, they have to be, don't they?
Every now and then, something is a bit dodgy, and you go, well, that was very cleverly covered up, But then you don't know which ones. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell.
The most famous one, and the one that Irish people love talking about, is the Diana death.
Yes.
Which is that Charles and the royal family had her killed.
Bumped off.
Well, can you just even start trying to imagine that meeting?
Yes.
I mean, how's that ever going to happen? The Queen watches Coronation Street. She's quite normal. She likes a laugh,
Yeah.
I've done the Royal Variety Show. I've met Camilla and Charles. Camilla's very funny as well, and Charles, I met him, and he was quite normal.
Right.
And I can't imagine them all sitting around going, right,
we've got to get rid of her.
Right, let's get her knocked off. Who we ring? CIA?
Didn't quite make sense, did it? No, I love that. There's so many conspiracy theories about her death, isn't there?
Well, I think the breakdown there is the guy who was driving just drove too fast and got drunk and hit the pillar.
And he was drunk. Yeah, yes.
Oh, I do have a story as well, which was a good friend of mine came in late after hearing that Princess Diana had died, and his wife from the stairs upstairs, like she just got out of bed.
Right.
And she said, "Where were you?" And he went, "Did you not hear the news?" And she went, "What?" She went, he said, "The paparazzi killed Lady Diana." And she went, "Oh my God." And this is not a joke.
Right.
This is true. And she went back to bed, got up the next day, and they're having breakfast. And the first thing she said was, "So how did Pavarotti kill Diana?" And he went, "Not Pavarotti, you nut. The paparazzi." Pavarotti. He rolled over on her.
Yeah.
Gone. That's how Charles did it.
That could be the actual truth.
Yeah,
That
wow.
Pavarotti killed her.
Yeah, can
and
you
then they had
imagine?
to fake this whole thing.
Yeah, she wasn't even in that car. Pavarotti just knocked on the door and just rolled around on her for a while. One is dying underneath one's belly. You're dying! I can't hear you breathing anymore! That's not even Italian. And he's dead.
But I did walk past her in the street once. Princess Diana.
What, was
That
she
Lady
shopping?
Diana. Yeah, just walking. It was in Chelsea. It was in her neck of the woods,
Oh my God.
And she did that little head down grin at me. I mean, she was, because I'm anything but a royalist, but she was stunning. She was, and this would have been a couple of years before she was murdered by her husband. Allegedly, not really. We're not really saying that.
Or not even her husband. They actually said the Queen Mother was involved.
The Queen Mother.
Oh yeah, she's
done her in with a cudgel.
She was so busy with her sniper work before she died. She was exhausted. No, it's just insane, And the great thing is that my dad, he's proper Irish, because he watched.
I want to know what improper Irish is now.
Oh
Sorry.
well. Oh yeah, what is improper Irish? I suppose that's an English person.
Yeah. That's it.
You're not proper Irish. You're English. You're Mexican.
Yeah.
No, but he sits, and he just kind of when it happened, the recession, he just sat there and went, knew it.
All right.
Knew it. Told you. And my mother's always, they're like a double act.
Right.
She's standing going, no, you didn't know it. And no, you didn't tell anybody. I did. Do you remember? Remember I told you? And it would have been really handy though if he told more people.
Yes. Like governments or bank. Well, that's true.
But they're brilliant, my family, because never had credit cards, no loans, nothing.
Right.
Just terrified of ever owing anybody anything.
Yeah.
So there was no recession in our house.
No, that's fantastic.
It was kept as thrifty as always.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad have got the funniest alarm system ever, right? It has, you set it, right, and it does a whoop whoop, right?
Right.
And it's got beams that move downstairs. Wow. And my parents own nothing. They don't have a single thing. They have, I'm going, Dad, what are they going to take? He goes, well, the telly. And they still have the big telly,
right,
with the back on it.
Yeah.
I'm going, Dad, nobody's going to rob that.
No,
Nobody's
it's too big.
But the fact that my dad, he's brilliant. He still goes around switching off all the plugs, all the sockets,
Good.
and all the lights.
Yeah.
That's all that kind of stuff. That kind of old fear of your house going on fire because of the socket on.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad is the wiring in your house?
It's got to be quite bad, but
if you left the socket
from
on.
an environmental point of view, he's being very responsible.
Oh, he doesn't know anything about that.
Does he not?
No. What? The informant, he'd be there going, oh, nothing to do with me. His answer would be, I was watching Delhi. That's all those other Egypts. God, what other Egypts, Dad? Do you know the other lot? That's them all ruining the sky with rockets. I can't wait to be that age to just sit and just say whatever you want. I know I'm a comedian and we tend to do say a lot of things that we kind of want on stage, but to just sit there and just, you know, whatever. Just sit in the pub and bet on a boxing match.
Yes.
But we've worked off lots of, I mean, our religion as well is very funny.
It is, isn't it?
Our
Just
Catholic religion
intrinsically
is hilarious. I mean, my granny's house, my dad's mother's house, we were always very scared of it because it was always she never liked to use the lights at all.
Right.
She always had loads of big, you know, those big plants everywhere, just green-leaved plants.
Right.
Never flowers.
Right.
Because that'd be colour and that could excite the Catholic misery in it. So there was never any flowers anywhere, just plants. So the stairs upstairs to the toilet never had any light on it.
Right.
The only thing that lit it up was pictures of Jesus. You know the open heart surgery?
Yeah.
Right? Which is you know, with his hands out.
Yeah.
And she had one on the stairs that lit up the face and also the eyes moved.
Wow.
So it would follow you up
So,
the stairs.
so it had electric power going, so it was a picture with lights.
No, it was a battery.
That was a battery.
Oh yeah. No, it was a battery. Don't be plugging that in and burn the house down. How are you supposed to put that in the insurance? Jesus burnt the house down. And you see, that's the thing about the Catholics. They probably went, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
That's the phrase as well the Catholics use a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it was meant to be. You know, this fate thing that they all go on about.
Right.
Going, well, it was meant. No, it wasn't meant to be. Oh no, that's fate. No, that wasn't fate. That was me working me arse off for years, trying to get it to take. You're going, that's fate. Oh, and sorry, I don't know if you have this over here, but my most hated Irish phrase is, I'll say something about my son, and I'll go, you know, oh, he did this the other night, God, he was mad, and they'll always go, well, he didn't lick it off a stone. Do you have that phrase?
No, but I get it. He didn't lick it off a stone?
Yeah, he didn't lick it off a stone. In other words, he didn't get his personality by going up to a rock and licking it. Going, where the hell is that come? Who started that?
He didn't lick it. Isn't that funny?
That's
Isn't
some
that
guy.
amazing saying?
All those sayings have come from pubs, and that's, as I say, that's why the comedy in Ireland has always been created like that.
So poetic.
And
though.
Joyce and all of them have just been, and it's all come from alcohol.
Yes.
Some guy in the pub just turned around and went. Somebody said something about their son, and he probably just went, "Well, he didn't lick it off a stone." And because Irish people are so nuts, that guy didn't go.
Hang on a minute.
He didn't go. Well, hang on a minute now. How are you supposed to lick a personality off a stone? Surely that's just you inherit that personality. Do you know? Is that what you mean? He didn't lick it off a stone.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. I'll remember that one. I'm just now thinking, because that's Portland Place there, so I should maybe should I have turned down?
No, it's the next. It's we go up here a bit.
So do I need to go?
No,
there's
go
a
that
one-way
way.
system. Okay, go straight on.
We need to be the other side of that roundy building.
Right, I do need to go up there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, but don't worry.
Oh, sorry.
That's Portland Place, just down there.
It's the street down that way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were in Ireland where you can just actually veer across lights and over islands and just go beep beep. It's only Mick. And the lad's going, it's only Mick. Mick, you know that's not allowed. That's going across the islands. You've killed 4 children. This is the thing about this country, isn't it? You all have to do as you're told.
You do. We're very, very abusive.
You really are. Go this way. What about that way? Did I say that way? No. Go this way. Then go that way for 4 years, then go back this way.
That was the other one. When I was down in southwest Cork and we asked someone the way, and I was with people who lived around there, but we were going somewhere we didn't know, and we asked this lovely old fella on the side of the road, and he did genuinely say, and I don't think, I mean, if he was joking, he covered it very well. Oh, you can't start from here.
Oh no, that was.
It's got to be such an old cliche.
That was common. I think that's another lick it off the stone.
It is, isn't it?
And the thing that Irish people do as well is that we cope with each other by teasing each other.
Yes.
By slagging. I mean, you used to do that here as well. You
Yeah.
know, but we all have different ways of doing it. But you slag off each other. So, I was in this new village that I live in now 3 years now. But there was a woman walking her dog, and the guy said, my new neighbour went, "Oh, there's Google." And I went, "Google?" So which is great. So Ireland are moving into modern phrases now. And I went, "Google?" I said, "Why is she called Google?" And he went, "Because she knows bleeding everything." She's just a nosy cow.
That's fantastic.
And isn't that brilliant?
Isn't that brilliant?
And he's not a comedian.
Right.
He's just a bloke that goes for his pints. And just went, yeah, there's Google.
There's Google.
Oh, it's here. This
Oh,
left.
look at that.
Well done.
Brilliant. Without you, who needs sat-nav
No, yeah, it's
when you're
brilliant.
in the car?
Oh, I'd love it
Fantastic.
if my Irish voice was a sat nav. Just go
I
down
think
there
that'd be good.
and just
And if
keep
every time you
going.
switch it on, it just tells you you can't start from.
No, don't start from here. I wouldn't start from here.
Yeah, I didn't learn that from licking a stone. Like there. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that's
Perfect service.
Brilliant.
There you go, sir.
You're a good man.
Well, I hope the show goes really well. I'll look forward to it. Radio 2.
Radio
I should be
2,
listening out for it.
BBC Radio 2.
Radio 2.
And then there's English people listening to me going. I mean, that must be a grant. Is that a grant?
Brilliant.
Thanks, man.
Thanks very much.
I'll get
Can
me
you
bag.
get your bags all right?
Cheers.
See you again soon.
Thanks a million.
What a lovely fella. You can't get talent like that from licking a stone. It's pretty obvious. Well, that's all we've got time for today, but do join me again next time on Carpool.